Hello everyone, welcome back to YK Reviews. Welcome back to another weekly entertainment news video where we talk about She-Hulk, we talk about the Daredevil series, some great news when it comes to that, Wizards of Waverly Placed update, and some more Minecraft casting. So let's get straight into it here. Okay, now before we get started, I do want to apologize for the lack of uploads. Honestly, it's just been like a lazy couple of weeks. The snow isn't helping, the weather is not helping, and honestly, there's no movies coming out that is worth the watch. So apologies for the lack of uploads here. But in between videos, I am working on the next binge watching series. I'll give you a clue somewhere along this table is what the next binge watching series is going to be about, so keep an eye out on that. It's going to be coming pretty soon to the channel, along with the Netflix Kitchen movie that's going to be released. So the video may already be out, or it's probably going to come out after this one, so keep an eye out on that. And if you are new to the channel, definitely do consider hitting that subscribe button. We're so close to reaching 400 subscribers, and honestly never thought I'd be saying that, but I appreciate all that support. Hopefully we do get to 400 subscribers in the next couple of weeks. But without further ado, when it comes to this type of video, we do these every single week. Timestamps are going to be in the description down below, so anything you want to skip around to, anything you're more interested in, timestamps are going to be in the description down below. We're going to kick things off with something that's not movie or TV related, but video game related, because they released an Indiana Jones video game. And yes, that's right, an Indiana Jones video game is going to be coming out later on this year. And honestly, from the trailer, it looks absolutely fantastic. I have to say, like, it's coming out exclusively on Xbox. Now, I've got a PlayStation 5, so I haven't got an Xbox. This is making me lean towards getting an Xbox too, but just with the lack of exclusive games for Xbox, I'm still not 100% committed to it. But this game really does look fantastic. Tony Todd is in there. You've got like a young version of Indiana Jones in this trailer. And from the trailer, honestly, that looks so much better when it comes to like the de-aging compared to Dial of Destiny. But it just looks absolutely phenomenal. The voice casting, you've got Troy Baker, who plays Joel in the Last of Us video game, voicing Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones, and the gameplay just looks really, really phenomenal. I am really, really pumped about this. I never thought we were getting an Indiana Jones game, but from the graphic to the gameplay to just the voice casting too, I am really, really hooked for this. So if you have seen the trailer or you heard about this, what are your thoughts? Do you think you'll be getting it? If you haven't got an Xbox, do you think you'll buy an Xbox just for this game? Let me know in the comment section down below. But we move on for the trailer of the week. For me, the probably most standout trailer is the one with Adam Sandler, the Spaceman, that's also coming out on Netflix. And with Adam Sandler, his movies are a bit of hit and miss. I do enjoy some of his older comedy movies like Big Daddy, Grown Ups, even like That's My Boy with Adam Sandler. I did enjoy it. However, like the latest ones when it comes to like Murder Mystery with Jennifer Aniston, while I love both of them as actors and actresses, the movie just didn't really hit home for me. But his more serious movies like Uncut Gems and even Hustle 2, when he's going for like a more serious tone, I really do enjoy that type of movie, and it looks like this is sort of going for that serious tone. So you've got him playing this space astronaut who's up in space. It looks like he's been stuck in there for a while, and then you've got like a big giant talking spider who's being played by Paul Dano, also known as the Riddler in the Matt Reeves Batman universe. So he's going to be voicing the spider, and it just looks really intriguing. Honestly, really curious about this one. Definitely going to be checking it out when it does release. That trailer has hooked me in. So if you have seen the trailer, what are your thoughts about it? If you haven't, by the look of this movie, do you think you'll be checking it out? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for the next topic we have got is probably the most anticipated cinematic universe that we've all been waiting for, and that is the Winnie the Pooh Disney live action horror movie universe, because we have got an update when it comes to Bambi Dead Reckoning. Now that movie is currently being filmed right now as we're speaking, so we have got like a first couple of images of the movie. So with the first image we've got here is like an animal being tied to a tree. I'll be completely honest with you, because of like the dark complexion, the dark tone of the image, I genuinely don't know what this creature is, but it looks like it's being hung from the neck by the rope here. And if you do know what kind of creature this is just based on the image, please let me know in the comment section down below. And even another image showing here of the cast basically in the forest, in the woods, you have got like a very high definition type of feel to it. It looks like the budget is a lot higher. Now the problem with these movies is that it's such low budget with Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, but they've upped the budget. So I'll be completely honest with you, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 will be checking it out because I am curious in terms of like how it looks now with that budget. But this one does look like the budget is slightly higher here with these images. So you see these images here with Bambi. Obviously this is going to be a take on the Disney innocent Bambi character going full batshit crazy, reckless, killing people left and right. So since filming is underway, we most likely might get more set photos. The trailer will definitely be releasing very soon. I am genuinely curious about this. How they're going to be building up this cinematic universe really does intrigue me, because for the next news story we have got is connected to this universe. So not only is it Peter Pan horror movie, Winnie the Pooh horror movie, Bambi horror movie, but we've now got Pinocchio added into the mix. So Pinocchio is going to be joining this live action cinematic universe with the first look at Pinocchio. So this is coming from Bloody Disgusting, confirming here, public domain horror universe expanding with Pinocchio unstrung. Unstrung? I think it's unstrung. So in the article here, sort of a spoiler alert when it comes to the post-credit scene, but it's showing here that what you see above is actually your first look at a drawing that will be featured in the credits of Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, teasing out the expansion of the universe. So we've been told that the director and the cast will be shortly announced. Unstrung will go into production this summer with a theatrical release planned at this time for late 2024, with the title card showing here. Honestly, it looks pretty creative when it comes to the title, and that really does look like a horrific Pinocchio here, going for the nails in the legs, nails in the fingertips, a tree trunk like nose. Like, this really does look like it's going to be a interesting type of movie. I'll be honest, this sort of is intriguing me more with this whole universe, like from Bambi to Winnie the Pooh to this. I'm genuinely curious how they're going to be doing this, how it's even going to be combining, whether they're going to be like working together to take out the human race, or if they're going to be fighting one another. It's really piqued my curiosity and my interest, and I know I shouldn't be this curious, but it's piqued my interest a lot. So you see this, you see the set photos for Bambi, you see the first look of Pinocchio. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so for the next news story we have got is an announcement for a new movie coming from the Hollywood Reporter, confirming here that Marlon Wayans to star in GOAT, Greatest of All Time, for Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw Universal. So this is a psychological horror film from Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw production and Universal, the Hollywood Reporter has confirmed. It's basically about an up-and-coming young athlete who is invited to train with the team's retiring star, who will be played by Marlon Wayans. Justin Tipping will be directing the feature, which came out of a pitch from Zach Ackers and Skip Bronke. Peele will produce along with Wynn Rosenfield, Ian Cooper and Jamal Watson. Now this has caught my interest for two reasons, or two people basically, with Jordan Peele along with Marlon Wayans. Now Marlon Wayans, similar with Adam Sandler, he's been in a lot of up and down movies, but growing up I really did enjoy it, especially like Scary Movie, like the comedy movies that he was in. I really enjoyed his performances in those types of movies, and now with Jordan Peele, this is being part of his Monkey Paw production, really does intrigue me in terms of like the kind of movie that they are going to be going for. It is a psychological thriller, which is sort of in Jordan Peele's wheelhouse here, so I am going to be curious in terms of what they're going to do. So it's not really much in terms of what the story is going to be based about, other than that it's just like a young athlete working with like a retired star. But I'm going to be keeping my eye out on this one because of, like I said, the two reasons, Marlon Wayans and Jordan Peele. So you see this plot, you hear this plot. What are your thoughts about it? Would you be interested in this? Does this intrigue you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story we have got is an update when it comes to the live action Hercules movie. Yes, there is going to be a live action Hercules movie. However, we have got an update coming from Jeff Snyder, who is a reliable source, and it has also been confirmed by Daniel RPK as well. So confirming here that Guy Ritchie is reportedly no longer attached to direct Hercules live action remake. This is reportedly due to some scheduling conflicts. Now, I'll be completely honest with you, that is kind of gutting for me here, because I do enjoy Guy Ritchie's movies like The Covenant. I really enjoyed that one. The Sherlock Holmes movie, the one with Robert Downey Jr., I really do enjoy those movies. Like, definitely a great take on the Sherlock Holmes character. He did also do the Aladdin movie, the one with Will Smith, the 2019, and I definitely feel like that is one of the better live action Disney movies that they have produced. So for him not being able to be part of this live action Hercules movie is kind of gutting for me. I'm really curious to see who they're going to be picking to like take over the helms of this. And I'll be completely honest with you, growing up, Hercules wasn't my go-to Disney movie, more of like a Tarzan, Lion King, Toy Story, like those types of movies. But Hercules, that one I probably watched a few times, but growing up not really watching it as much as I have watched like Tarzan or The Lion King. But with this being a live action, honestly, these live action movies haven't hit at all. Like I said, Aladdin is probably one of the better ones, one of the most standout ones. But honestly, I could not name any other great one that stands out for me. And as far as the director too, I couldn't name one that probably would make this a great live action movie. Like I said, Guy Ritchie being behind Aladdin is one of the reasons why I was curious and partly excited to see how this is going to be taken on. But now that he's detached from the project, excitement level is slightly less, slightly weakened here. But you see this, what are your thoughts about? Are you happy that Guy Ritchie's no longer going to be directing it? Who would you have as a director for the live action Hercules movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now coming up next, we have another Disney announcement here, and I'm not ashamed to say how excited I am to hear this, because this came out earlier this week, coming from multiple outlets here. So we're going to be focusing on the Hollywood Reporter, confirming here that Selena Gomez and David Henry is set for the Wizards of Waverly Place revival at Disney. The two will be executive producers and appear on screen in a pilot episode. And I know what you're thinking, I've probably never heard of this show, and I know that's a lie, because I know there's some people out there who are just as excited as I am that they are going to be reviving this show. This show was fire, I'll be completely honest with you. This was a really fun, entertaining show growing up, and you probably are looking at me and thinking, I cannot believe you watched it. But to hell with the people that are hating this, I really am excited for this. So coming from the article here, saying that Selena Gomez and David Henry are going to be returning to the Waverly Place. So it's going to be a continuation from the series back in 2007 to 2012. So they're going to be executive producers here, and basically Henry will be playing a grown-up Justin Russo who has abandoned his wizarding power for an everyday magic-free life with his family. That's upended when a young wizard, Janice Leanne Brown of the Disney's Just Roll With It, finds him and asks him for help in both training and ensuring the future of the wizard world. Gomez will appear in the pilot as Alex Russo, Justin's sister. And honestly, if you haven't seen the show, it really is a fun watch. It's basically about this family who are wizards, witches and wizards, I guess you can call it, sort of like a Harry Potter version of this. And it just makes for such a great watch, because like the Selena Gomez character, so mischievous, but the brother, like their chemistry and the dynamic works really well together. So it's so great to see that they're going to be both returning. It sounds like that Selena Gomez will most likely appear in just one episode, and then David Henry's just most likely going to be carrying the show. And also try to focus on like the future or the next generation of stars. But either way, I'm actually really pumped about this. Like I said, I remember watching this. My sister is someone that actually got me into this show growing up as kids, and I really had a fun time with it. So to hear this, really pumped about this. So again, if you are fans of the Wizard of Waverly Place, and I know there's some people out there that are, let me know your excitement level in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story, we have sort of a updated rumor in the works when it comes to Sonic 3, or what's going to be going off of Sonic 3. Now, if you haven't seen my video of my most anticipated movies of 2024, spoiler alert, number one is Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I am really pumped to see what they're going to be doing with that movie. If you haven't checked out the video, I'll post that somewhere here. You can check out my top 10 most anticipated movies on there, and also you can let me know what yours are. But coming from Daniel RPK, who again, as I mentioned, is a reliable scooper, gets stuff right, gets stuff wrong in the past. But he's saying here that a Sonic spin-off movie focusing on Shadow is reportedly in the works at Paramount. Now, again, take this with a grain of salt. It's not been confirmed by Paramount or anybody behind the Sonic movies, and we still have honestly no update, because when it comes to like there is a Knuckles spin-off series in the works, but there's been no update when it comes to that. So with this, it's going to be more of, from what I'm seeing here, it looks like it's going to be more of a movie rather than a show, and I'm all for it here. I love Shadow the Hedgehog. He is a great character, and he's one of the main reasons why I'm really pumped about Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and why it's my most anticipated movie of 2024, just based on this character alone. So I feel like if they are going to go for a spin-off movie, because again, I've not seen any trailers, I've not seen anything when it comes to the Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but my guess is that they're going to focus on present day with Shadow, maybe a couple of flashbacks on terms of like his backstory and everything like that. But if they are going to do a spin-off show, I feel like they are going going to focus heavily on his backstory, most likely take place in present day, but focus on the backstory, have flashbacks and stuff like that. I'm all for it. A Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off movie is really, really exciting to hear for me personally. So you hear this and you see this. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story we have got is some major casting updates when it comes to the Minecraft movie. So first, coming from the deadline, Warner Brothers Minecraft movie with Jason Momoa finds a gem in Jennifer Coolidge. Straight off her second primetime Emmy win for the HBO White Lotus, Jennifer Coolidge is boarding Warner Brothers Vertigo legendary feature take on the Minecraft video game that is shooting in New Zealand. She joins the posse already in a place for the big screen take of the Monja Microsoft game, which counts Jason Momoa, Jack Black, Emma Dyers, Danielle Brooke, Sebastian Eugene Hansen. And then on top of that too, again coming from the deadline, confirming here that Kate McKinnon and Jermaine Clement will be joining Jason Momoa and Minecraft gang at Warner Brothers. Now, Kate McKinnon, who recently just played the Barbie doll in the Barbie movie, the one with the crazy haircut. Then you've got Jermaine Clement, who I recognize him from the Men in Black 3 movie, the villain, the one that had the big beard, the motorcycle. So the two of them are going to be joining it. And then you've got Jennifer Coolidge, who I've not seen the White Lotus, but honestly for me, the character that I stand out the most with her was back in the day when it had the Joey spin-off show from the Friends series. There was like a Joey spin-off show and she was part of it, and that's where I know her mainly from, but she's appeared in so many other things and a great cast. Like, this is a packed, stacked out, incredible cast for this Minecraft live action movie. Now, I mentioned it I think last week or the week before when we did talk about the Minecraft movie, is that I've never played the game. I have no idea about this game whatsoever, and this really has got me intrigued when it comes to this movie, when it comes to this live action adaptation of this game. I am really, really curious to see how this is going to go. Just based on the cast alone, it's getting my ass to that seat in the theaters to watch this movie. So you're seeing all these cast members being added here. Jason Momoa, Jack Black, Danielle Brooks, Jennifer Coolidge, all part of this movie. What are your thoughts about this? Are you getting more excited for the movie? Are you kind of meh about it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story, we've got an update when it comes to Chucky season 3 part 2. Basically the second half of the latest season. I actually did a review of the part 1 of season 3. I'll link that somewhere here, you can check it out. And we have got confirmation that the second half, the remaining 4 episodes I believe it is going to be taking place in May of this year. So has been confirmed by Sci-Fi. After the latest episode, they did reveal like a small teaser of what's to come, especially after, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the show, with Chucky basically dying, looking like an old man. This basically looking like a hell of a show. This has got like the more excitement of the Chucky series, because season 2 was a bit of a hit and miss, but this looks like it's really upping the ante, the stakes there, because Chucky's got nothing to lose now. So I'm really, really curious and excited to see how they're going to be playing off the end of season 3, the last couple of episodes now with this. So review incoming for May for these last couple of episodes here. You see this and you hear this. What are your thoughts? Are you excited that it's going to be coming very soon? Are you pumped about season 3, the second half of season 3? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story, we have got a minor casting update when it comes to the Creature Commandos show with James Gunn. So he has confirmed that Anya Chalotra, apologies if I butcher that name, she's going to be playing Circe in the Creature Commandos. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know who this character is here. Doing a couple of bit of research here. So actually confirming that Circe, I might be butchering this name and I'm going to be butchering a lot of these words here, so I do apologize about this. But confirming here is being depicted as the mythical witch of the island Aia. She was a follower of the dark magical goddess Hecate. In exchange for her soul, Hecate gave Circe incredible magical powers that went beyond her island home. And I'm going to get slaughtered for how I'm pronouncing these words here, but this made the hateful woman's wiles pit her against the Amazons, and when Wonder Woman appeared in modern times, she vowed to vanquish the ultimate legacy of the Amazon woman. So part of the rogues gallery of Wonder Woman here, and again, not too familiar with the character, but based on this, it looks like it's sort of like a villainous role. So I don't know if she's going to be one of the villains of the show or how that's going to be portrayed. But with this actress, again, I'm not too familiar with her role. She was in the Witches series, which I am planning on checking out, but I just haven't had the chance. It looks like she's going to be voicing this character, and again, most likely leaning towards like a villainous role, just based on like the research I have done. I'm probably completely wrong. So please let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are about this casting choice, first of all. And in terms of like the character, if you're familiar with this character, please let me know in the comment section down below. Is this correct? Is this more of like a villainous role? Is she part of the Rogues Gallery for Wonder Woman? Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. Okay, now as we get to the Marvel side of things here, we kind of got some good news, bad news kind of thing, if you want to consider that here. Because sort of when it comes to like the bad news first, if you're going to even consider this bad news, but we have got an update when it comes to She-Hulk. So it actually looks like the season 2 of She-Hulk will no longer be happening. It looks like they've cancelled the show. Now this is just going based off Tatiana Maslany's word of mouth rather than Kevin Feige or anybody from the MCU side of things here. So she was asked on Twitch basically whether fans should be hoping for a season 2 of She-Hulk, and she basically responded with, I don't think so. I think we blew our budget, and Disney was like, no thanks. So again, this could be the good news for you or bad news for you. I have mixed feelings when it comes to She-Hulk. While I think it did have some potential, I felt like there wasn't enough in terms of like the courtroom drama or any of like the lawyer stuff. I really enjoyed seeing Matt Murdock in there, but even that, just the fight sequences and that kind of stuff just didn't blow me away whatsoever. But what's crazy is that the fact that they blew the budget for this. So apparently it's been reported that the budget was $225 million for season 1 of She-Hulk. That just blows my mind. Now I'm going to refer back to Godzilla Minus One, which the budget was about $15 million, maybe even less than that, the director's confirming. And that was like I would say masterpiece, but I feel like that word is being thrown around a lot, but it was just a beautiful movie. And with this show, in terms of like the storytelling just felt really off. The CGI was questionable at times. So $225 million, like your budget was $225 million. It just felt like Marvel and Disney just were throwing crap at the wall and seeing what is going to stick. I'm going to try not going on a rant when it comes to this, because we have some fantastic news when it comes to like MCU side of things in the final news story we are going to be talking about here. But it just honestly felt like you've got Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, Echo, just all these shows just really not connecting or just throwing characters out there. And then with the budget like that, no wonder it's just quantity over quality right now. So I'm genuinely not surprised about that. I don't think it's going to be the last we see of She-Hulk whatsoever. Like, you've got a lot of things to set up. You, at the end of it, set up Scar, Hulk's son. You've got her probably appearing. I don't think she's going to appear in Daredevil, but she's probably going to appear somewhere in the MCU. Probably Secret Wars, or definitely in like a future Hulk project, whether it's a movie or something else. But we are going to be seeing her once again. But again, not surprised that it's not going to be a season 2 in terms of like the criticism when it comes to the storytelling, when it comes to the fourth wall breaking, when it comes to, again, the visual effects. Like, it just really did not work whatsoever. So you see this and you hear this. What are your thoughts about the budget that was blown and that season 2 is cancelled? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for the final news story, like I said, we've got some brilliant news when it comes to the MCU side of things here. So with Daredevil Born Again being sort of rebooted, with all the writers being fired and everything like that, they are just focusing on working on a new story. So it was reported by Jeff Snyder, and a lot of like scoopers were just backing him up here. They have confirmed that Eldon Hansen and Deborah Ann Woll will be returning as Foggy and Karen for the Daredevil Born Again series. Now, it was reported when they were first like filming it before the writer's strike and everything that apparently Kingpin killed off these two characters. So that's how they were going to start off the show, and that's the reason why they weren't appearing whatsoever. But thankfully, the MCU gods were listening. The writers were fired. They've rebooted it. Their characters are being brought back, because if you haven't seen the Daredevil show, the Netflix show, I highly, highly recommend it. Absolutely fantastic show. That is what a Daredevil show is going to be about, what it should be about. And these two characters were just the front and center in terms of like Matt Murdock's character, in terms of the chemistry and the dynamic that just works so well with the three of them. And it's just so happy to hear that they are going to be returning, same cast members. They also confirmed, as well as like with the Echo series, that this is canon. Like all the Daredevil Defenders, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, all of that is going to be canon to the MCU now. So basically this is kind of taking place after season 3 when it comes to what's going to be taking place in terms of the events. We know that Kingpin, what happened with Hawkeye and Echo, which I'm not a huge fan of the writing with Kingpin when it comes to that, but it looks like with him running for mayor and how that's going to work in terms of Matt Murdock, I'm really, really pumped about this. It hasn't been confirmed if it's going to be 18 episodes because of like all the fluctuating news and stuff like that. So we may not be getting 18 episodes, but honestly, 13 episodes for me is enough, especially because Netflix was 13 episodes per season. But this just makes me really, really pumped, really, really happy to see that these two are going to be returning. We're going to see the trio once again. We don't know if Jessica Jones will be appearing because it was rumored that she's going to be appearing. Also, Punisher might be appearing in the show too. But this just gets me more excited. Like, I'm so happy. This is, along with like Deadpool 3, this is what I'm excited for. MCU projects, I'll be honest, I'm not that too hyped about, just because of like the track record of Phase 4 and Phase 5. But this, super pumped about this. Really, really happy to hear this. And this is how we're going to end things off with a weekly entertainment news video. Karen and Foggy Nelson back in Daredevil, back in the MCU, or coming to the MCU, however you want to say that. So what are your thoughts about this? Are you happy they're going to be returning? Are you pumped about this series now? Let me know in the comment section down below, because we're wrapping up with the weekly entertainment news video here. That's all when it comes to like the movie and TV series here. So again, I want to know your thoughts about everything we discussed in the comment section down below. And again, if you are new to the channel, definitely do consider hitting that subscribe button, because we do these every single week along with all types of other videos here. So definitely consider subscribing. Let us reach that 400 subscriber goal here. But I thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is YK Reviews. Peace.